Hello, and welcome to the Lightworker Diaries, a space for reflection, truth-telling, and soulful remembering. My name is Tiffany, and I am a truth teller, a mystic, and a mirror. These are transmissions from my heart to yours, an archive of channeled wisdom, lived stories, and the real work of becoming. May something in here stir something in you. Hello, listener. I just need to pause for a second before I jump into this episode and tell you what a dream come true this is. I just recorded an episode of my private podcast, The Becoming Sessions, and now I'm coming to also have a conversation with you. And there is a swelling in my heart that just knows this is what I'm meant to be doing. And I am so incredibly grateful to be here with you. So today's message is coming from a space of my own becoming. If you have been in the portal of transformation, you get it. You know that it's not this linear path of one step forward, followed by one step forward, followed by one step forward. That often it feels like confusion, stuckness. What the heck? I don't understand. And maybe I should just go back to the way things used to be. I'm sharing this with you because I had a revelation yesterday. Something that made me realize this is what I'm meant to be bringing into this world. And it came at a bit of a rock bottom moment. The part of the transformation that you go, what the heck? Why? Why did I pick this? I was making dinner and feeling the pressure of financial obligations and thinking to myself, it's fine. I'll just go out and make some stuff happen. And of course, I knew that voice so clearly that I knew it wasn't my heart. I knew it was my mind, the protector in me that was saying, we need to take action immediately because this unknown space is not safe. And I sat, I talked with ChatGPT to walk myself through and out of the spiral. And then I sat with my journal as I was eating my dinner, and I really sank into the whisper of my heart. And I asked my heart, what do you want from me? What would you like to create through me? And my heart said exactly what we've been doing. And since you haven't been inside my heart, I will share with you that is ease, spaciousness, intuition, softness, gentleness, adventure, sensation, aliveness, love, connection, creativity, a life that lights me up from the inside out. My mind, on the other hand, says, girl, you got to get to work. No one's going to pay you for just sitting around having fun. And my heart says, that is exactly why they will pay you. Because there are not a lot of people in this world who are living lives that they truly love, and that is a gift. So many people deny themselves a life that lights them up from the inside out because they think they need to struggle, sacrifice, and survive their way through this life. And my heart says, not anymore. That's not the way we're going to live. We played that game. We know the rules. We played by them, and we're over it. And so as I sat with this old version of me, this corporate executive, responsible, perform, please, prove yourself version of me, there was also this very gentle, heart open, creative soul within me that said, we just get to be ourselves. That is magnetic enough. That is the frequency that we get to anchor into this world to transform it from the inside out. And so, in an act of quiet rebellion, I agreed. I agreed with that soft version inside of me that says, we get to live an intuitive life. We get to write until the words don't come out anymore. We get to drink the most delicious coffee at the cutest coffee shops in front of the most amazing places in this world. We get to have the most delightful conversations and feel inspired by the nature that surrounds us. We get to be. And my mind is brutal. My mind is like, mm-mm. How is that adding any value to this world? Who is going to pay you for that? And yet, to that reply, my heart says, the money will come. Source did not plant this desire in my heart with such clarity because it wanted me to live in survival. And I share that because I know many of you have dreams that you think to yourself, but how? The but how is not your responsibility. It's not. All that is being asked of you is to follow the aliveness, to follow the passion, to follow the love, to soften into the exquisiteness that is you. That is all that's required of you. The moment you allow your heart to open, the path will be shown, the resources will be provided. Everything that you have dreamed of will reveal itself. It will become part of your reality. It is inevitable, and you should move accordingly. I am committing to sharing my process of becoming for the next 30 days for 2 reasons. One, no one shares this part. No one shares the messy middle when you take one step forward and fall backwards head over heels 5 times, only to have to brush yourself back up, stand up, and try it all over again. Nobody shares that part. And for some reason, that feels important for me to share. And 2, because I need to give my mind a time frame so that it will sit back and shut up for a little while. I know in 30 days, a lot can happen. And I also know in 30 days that if nothing happens, I'm totally okay. My mind is fully aware that at any point in time, I can go get a job. Easy peasy. I can make money the way I know how to make money. And yet, I also know there's a different way. And I want to give that other way time and space to breathe. And in order to do that, I need to give my very logical mind a very logical time frame for it to go sit in its corner and collect evidence that this new way is working. So, I have created, partly for you, partly for me, what I'm calling the Becoming Sessions. It is a sneak peek behind the scenes into my morning practice and my daily anchoring and embodiment of this new way of being. This is me moving out of the trying to figure it out, overthinking way of tactical time blocking into the softer, gentler, more open-hearted, intuitive way of letting my path unfold before me. This is going from structured, tight, frustrated, I need to make money now, to living in a state of true abundance, to knowing I already have the resources I need. I'm okay and operating as such. This is me choosing ease over force, listening over planning, trusting. This is not just a quantum leap from corporate executive to creative entrepreneurship. This is a change in how I show up in the world. This is me leaning into my feminine, allowing myself to receive the direction, knowing that it gets to come from a space of ease and grace, not force. This is me being consistent and knowing that my consistency leads to money consistency, connection consistency, creativity consistency. Everything that I truly desire is on the other end of me anchoring a frequency that right now doesn't feel normal. There's going to be wobbles, there's going to be doubts, there's going to be fears. Impatience is so freaking alive that I wish there was a light switch that could turn it off. But that's where the magic lies. The wobble means I'm changing. The mess means that I'm in the alchemical process. The discomfort is an evidence that the frequency I was in is no longer a match, and the frequency that I'm moving into is becoming one. My nervous system is rewiring. My identity is reorganizing. I'm learning to be a new version of me, a truer version of me in real time. And I'm inviting you in. So if this is something that feels alive, curious, or just interesting to you, I would love to have you join me. If you've been a follower of the Lightworker Diaries, either in written form on Substack or here on podcast, you know that I speak from my heart. I'm sharing my real life experience day in and day out. The becoming sessions, it's like we're sitting down for coffee each morning together, and I'm letting you see it all because I believe that's my work. I believe that's the legacy that I am here to lead. And my hope is that it makes a difference. So if you are in your own transitional time frame, whether that is going from a career to entrepreneurship, one career to a different career, a change in relationship, a change in your health, whatever your transition is, I hope you know that it is calling you forth because it's time. It's calling you forth because it knows that you're ready for it. And there are going to be days that are going to be magnificent and amazing and wonderful. And you're going to think to yourself, I'm on top of the world. I've nailed this. I got it figured out. And there are going to be days when you ask yourself, what the heck did I sign up for? I hope in those days you remember. I hope in those days your heart speaks louder than your mind. The whispers become your guidance. We're all here to transform. We're all here to create. We're all here to connect. We're all here to be part of this human experiment together because we thought it would be fun. Remember that. We thought it would be fun, or we wouldn't have signed up. No one signs up for torture. We may experience it, but no one signs up for it. We sign up for growth, for evolution, for discovering who we are at the deepest levels. We came here to remember who we are and what we're capable of. Your dream chose you for a reason. And my hope is that by listening to this podcast, you will be reminded that even though the path isn't linear, and although it sometimes gets confusing and doesn't make sense, it doesn't mean it's not possible. I have to say, didn't expect this much passion to come through this episode today, but I'm so glad that it did because I love this. And I am actively in the process of creating a life that is filled with the things that I love, which includes you. And so thank you for being here 1,000,000 times over. Your listening means more than you will ever know. And one last invitation, please come join me in the becoming sessions. Let's get just a little bit closer. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the Lightworker Diaries. If something stirred in you today, take a breath and let it land. To go deeper, you can subscribe to the written diaries on Substack. You'll find a link in the show notes. Until next time, be true to you.